Get ready for a showdown of the century as the undefeated and undisputed champ Naoya Inoue steps into the ring against the crafty southpaw Luis Nery at the iconic Tokyo Dome. Inoue is putting his junior featherweight title on the line in a match that's got everyone buzzing. What's even more gripping is that this historic venue hasn't seen boxing action since the legendary upset of Mike Tyson by Buster Douglas back in 1990. Both Tyson and Inoue were undefeated before their Tokyo Dome bouts. Can we see another upset in the boxing world after the Haney vs. Garcia fight? Does Luis Nery possess the skills to outbox Inoue? We'll take a detailed look into how these fighters fight and what are the odds for them to win. So buckle up in your seats and prepare for an epic video. Luis Nery is considered a big underdog in this fight against Naoya Inoue, but nevertheless, Nery expressed his excitement about the fight, comparing it to the pinnacle of a football player's career, the World Cup. He sees this opportunity as bigger than just becoming a world champion because it's for the undisputed title. Despite acknowledging Inoue's skills, Nery believes he has what it takes to defeat him. He sees weaknesses in Inoue's game and feels confident in his own power, ability to take punches, and willingness to fight aggressively. Nery views himself as the only one capable of beating Inoue due to his brawling style and adaptability in the ring. He believes Inoue has more to lose in this fight and questions why Inoue would take the risk of facing him. Referring to the historic Tokyo Dome, where Mike Tyson suffered his first career defeat to Buster Douglas in 1990, Nery sees it as a significant venue for their fight. He draws inspiration from Tyson's loss and aims to replicate Douglas's victory. This is an important fight. It deserves to be in an arena that is just as important like the Tokyo Dome, and I think it's a sign. If Mike Tyson can lose his unbeaten record there, then so can Naoya Inoue. Now, Mike Tyson was actually a monster. He for sure was an assassin, so I'm happy that they made the fight at Tokyo Dome. Nery predicts a knockout victory for himself, stating confidently that either he or Inoue will be stopped, but he's sure it'll be Inoue. He emphasizes his determination to win and his readiness to put everything on the line in the ring. But I think it's time to start looking into their fight styles, and first, we start with the defending undisputed champ, Naoya, the monster Inoue. It's helpful to review his last fight against Tapales, who was also a southpaw. Tapales showed impressive aggression against Inoue, mixing defensive caution with bursts of attack. He targeted Inoue's body and countered with right hooks, disrupting Inoue's rhythm. In the opening rounds, both fighters engaged, with Inoue using his reach and speed advantage to control the distance. However, Tapales remained determined, increasing his forward pressure to land inside shots. Inoue capitalized on a defensive lapse from Tapales, landing a well-timed left hook that led to the first knockdown. In the upcoming fight against Nery, we can expect Inoue to have similar moments of aggression. He enjoys exchanging punches in close quarters. If Nery shows any defensive weakness, Inoue will likely capitalize, pushing him against the ropes and unleashing combinations to secure another lockdown. Inoue tends to switch between a Philly shell and a high guard during fights. He uses these positions to draw in punches and set up his own counters, often with hooks or powerful left hands. In his fight against Tapales, Inoue started aggressively by throwing hard right hands down the middle and positioning himself outside the southpaw stance. This strategy forced Tapales to cover up with a Philly shell to protect his body. Inoue's intelligence in the ring is evident as he mixes up his combinations, alternating between head and body shots. He keeps opponents guessing about where his punches will land, creating uncertainty and making them more hesitant to counter. Throughout his career, Inoue has mastered the art of keeping opponents off balance, using varied combinations to keep them in a defensive state of mind. This allows him to dictate the pace of the fight and capitalize on openings created by his unpredictable attack patterns. Bernard Hopkins emphasized the importance of building up body attacks while also creating a pattern of fakes and feints to keep the opponent guessing. By mixing up punches and feints, you can manipulate your opponent into reacting the way you want them to, setting them up for the big shots. In the later rounds against Tapales, Inoue faced a resilient opponent who used a Philly shell to defend against body shots and counter with his own. This is a tactic that Nery also employs. However, Inoue demonstrated his adaptability by adjusting his strategy. He targeted his opponent's guard with powerful single shots and followed up with combinations to exploit openings in the defense. This ability to adjust mid-fight and capitalize on opportunities is a testament to Inoue's skill and ring intelligence. In the end, Inoue landed a powerful shot that broke through Tapales' guard, securing the knockout victory. Against Nery, I expect Inoue to focus on targeting the body early, even though Nery often uses Philly shell. However, Inoue must also be cautious of Nery's power when he comes into range. Nery tends to brawl when under pressure, throwing wide, looping hooks and leaving himself open to counters. It'll be interesting to see if Inoue puts pressure on Nery to force openings or takes a slower approach like he did in the Fulton fight, targeting the body to wear Nery down. Despite being the underdog, Nery's explosive power, precision, and strategic shot selection are likely to make the difference in the fight. Luis Nery is a skilled fighter known for his rangy swarmer style and powerful punches, boasting an impressive record of 27 knockouts in 36 fights. His versatility allows him to switch between being an aggressor and a counter-puncher, with his Mexican heritage often leading him to favor an aggressive approach. Facing off against the monster, Nery faces a strategic dilemma. He must decide whether to engage in a firefight, hoping to land a significant blow early to deter Inoue's aggression, or to take a more cautious boxing approach, utilizing his range and counter-punching ability to keep his opponent at bay. If Nery chooses a more aggressive strategy, he typically starts with a jab before unleashing looping left hooks to target the body or head. This unpredictable attack can catch opponents off guard, as the trajectory of the punch comes from a lower position, making it difficult to predict where it will land. However, Nery must be careful not to leave himself open to counters, especially from Inoue's devastating left hook or right-hand counter. These punches can quickly turn the tide of the fight if Nery leaves himself vulnerable. Nery's skills as a body puncher makes him a threat in close exchanges, so even Inoue shouldn't be too confident about trading blows with him on the inside. In the final minute of round 2 in the fight versus Magjoa Arroyo, Nery demonstrated his ability with a short left uppercut, showcasing his potential to catch his opponents off guard. If Nery chooses a more defensive strategy, he could frustrate Inoue's aggression by evading his attacks and countering with precise shots. He often adopts a Philly shell, using linear footwork to evade punches and create angles for counters. This approach can make him difficult to pin down for opponents. When boxed in, Nery looks to attack the body with combinations before going upstairs. While this can be effective, it also leaves him vulnerable to counters, as he drops his guard while throwing punches. Against a powerful opponent like Inoue, this strategy could be risky. I believe Nery should capitalize on his looping left hand, which has caught many opponents off guard in the past. However, using this punch leaves him vulnerable to counters. If he can land a big shot on Inoue, it could change the course of the fight. In this tactical showdown, we'll likely see contrasting styles unfold. Inoue may try to assert his dominance with relentless pressure and powerful combinations to force Nery to open up. On the other hand, Nery might use his range and counterpunching skills to frustrate Inoue and maintain distance. Nery's Mexican heritage could lead him to fight aggressively at some point, meeting fire with fire, the decisive blow first. With the fight happening in the Tokyo Dome, could we witness another huge upset like Tyson versus Douglas, or will Inoue continue his dominant streak? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Nery stands a chance, or will Inoue maintain his undisputed run? Enjoy the fight when it happens. If you like this video, check out our other content. Thanks for watching.